Wait a minute. Seen a fish jump over there? Is that what I think it is? The salmon. So here in Japan, you can't salmon fish in fresh water. And I'll be truthful, I think they might have a little nibble on that. Sack the rod off, folks. Let's go all David Attenborough on this bad boy.
Hundreds of salmon, hundreds of them, trying to jump that beastie of a thing behind me. No words, man. But the sad thing is, there's a fish ladder right there, and they're attempting that, and they're attempting that.
The fish ladder's behind me. It's stagnant. What? Are they going to be arse running through that? They're not. Salmon need upthrust. They need water coming at them to encourage them to run. That's why they run when it rains. When it's low, you don't really see them running. They want that power in the water. It sets them off. And these fish ladders like this, it's not going to help them. They don't work. They've got to be powering water through 24/7 to even encourage a salmon to do it. And then again, you're expecting this fish to go, oh, look at that weir. Oh, we'll go and jump on the fish ladder. Like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, they're smart as hell and they'll find a way. They always do. Like, that's how they're here. But you're expecting so much of them and it's just not necessary. It's mental. And some of these fish, like the fish that are rising here, some of them are smallish fish, probably between 6 to 8 pounds. But there's other fish here that are even bigger, that are probably about 20 pounds. And the splash those boys are making is out of this world. Oh man, this is why I come fishing at times. Just look at me, I'm so furious but so happy. However, they are still here. I can't explain enough how much damage these things behind me can do. They are ruining salmon fishing around the world. They are ruining salmon stocks around the world. It's preventing them. It's an obstacle, another obstacle that these bad boys have to overcome. Never mind the trawlers out at sea. Never mind the dolphins out at sea. Never mind the seabirds. Never mind the fishermen. Never mind the flipping dams, whatever, everything. And we're just, when they're almost here, they're so close to making it, and we're making their life harder.
These fish are gifts that just keep on giving. They are miraculous, they are amazing, amazing creatures. And we do everything we can to stop them thriving. Enough is enough.
There's also fish trying to jump over there. They're just everywhere. There's one that is stuck. You see him there. So he's managed to jump that, which is miraculous in itself. The power of nature. Now, the only saving grace really for these fish is the fact that you cannot fish for them in fresh water here in Japan, which just tells you how flipping rare these fish are. Like, is that going to come into place across the world? I don't think we're far off it, you know. I really, really don't, which is a very, very sad state of affairs. Because I also feel that fishing actually can educate people on how miraculous and how amazing these fish are. It's an absolute dilemma for me. If it means they're going to be here for my kids and my grandkids, then yeah, I'll take the hit. I'll take the sacrifice.
sat here for about 20 minutes just watching these fish. Probably about an hour filming. What an absolutely special moment. And it is so sad to see the troubles and the torment that these lads are going through. Like, they're going bananas now. It's absolutely mental. But you're probably sat at home going like, how does this impact me? What can I do? Well, in truth, I'm in Japan, right? So, I mean, there's not much you can do for these lads. But there are things that you can do for the salmon at home. First of all, no more farm fish. Stop eating salmon, period. Alright? The salmon that you get in Marks and Spencer's, the salmon you get in Tesco, is probably come from a Scottish salmon farm full of lice, full of disease, full of everything. What that does, that lice, all that food that they get fed, basically goes down, it silts down to the bottom, and it kills all life around it. But these fish are crammed. They are absolutely crammed into these pens. And as a result, it creates disease. It's not rocket science, is it? And that disease and that lice then gets onto the native fish that are actually running up the river, the wild fish. They get ill, they die, they never make it to spawn. So that is one little thing that you guys can do at home. And two, if you catch a salmon, look after it like it's your firstborn. These fish are so important. And there's fewer and they are becoming fewer and further between. There's so many amazing organisations out there that are doing so much to help it. One off the top of my head I think is Wild Fish Cons. They're doing loads and loads to try and push the survival and the revival of salmon in the UK. I think you can probably tell how passionate I am about this and how passionate I am about our sport. I want to be catching salmon. And actually, fishing can educate. But if we get to a point where there's that few left, we're going to be like Japan and we're not going to be able to fish for them in fresh water. Which is an absolute historic pastime. And also a flipping big money earner for the country. You go into Scotland, geez, you pay a fortune. The jobs that provides, whether that's in hospitality as a gilly, people going there and buying cheese in the local cheese shop. There's so much it does, and we need to save it, people. We really, really do. And I am so in love with this fish, so in love with their journey, and it's where I fell in love with fishing. I'm so sorry if this has been a bit of a ramble. I don't really care. It's made my time here in Japan. It really, really has. What a special moment. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've lost my voice. I am that flipping buzzed and that flipping all over the gap that I've seen this. Just do your best, folks. Don't eat farm salmon. And if you catch one, bloody look after it. Tight lines. Keep fishing. Stay tuned.